Alright, so with this question, you have to find the value of m for which the line mx take to a tangent to the curve with this equation. So meaning tangent, we talked about this, meaning it touches at one point. Alright, so how many solutions? You just got one solution. So let's use that information. So we want that to touch, so the two equations, the y must be equal to each other. You've got a y here and a y here. So basically two equations are the same. I'm going to write the x squared first, so it's easier. And then I'm just going to go take mx plus 2 on both sides. So I get x squared take 4x take mx plus 4. Now another way to write these two terms is to write it together, factorize the x out, and then write minus 4 minus m. Okay. And normally what we're used to is writing the x at the back, like so. So now identify your a and b and c. And then you're just going to find your discriminant. So make sure you put a bracket around for this one. Okay, so this is your discriminant. Great, so now let's simplify it a little bit. Or maybe I'll just leave it. Then what you need to do is figure out what one solution means. That means when discriminant is 0. So I want this, basically this whole function to be 0. So I'm going to remove this from the left-hand side and put it on the right-hand side. So that's minus 16, so I just got to do a plus 16 on both sides. So on the left-hand side I get minus 4 minus m squared equals 16. In order to, rather than doing the square, I'm going to just get rid of the square by doing the square root. So I get, these cancel out, so I get minus 4 minus m equals to plus or minus 4. I'm going to just leave that as 4. And then we do plus 4 to get rid of it. So we get minus m equals 8. So in order to get minus m by itself, I just divide by minus 1. So therefore my m is going to be negative 8. So I think I just had to find my m, which is done. So let's just double check with the answers. 2f. Question 308. Okay, so we do have to have two answers. So the reason I didn't get two answers is because I thought about it, but I didn't. So it's very important that you put a plus and a minus. So let's redo that one. So there will be two answers. So my minus m will be, now I need to get plus 4 both sides. So you can write 4 plus or minus 4, so there are two options. And then in order to get rid of the minus, so let's actually find those two answers. So it's going to be 4 plus 4, which is 8, or 4 take 4, which is 0. Now if I just, that's negative m, so if I just divide both answers by negative 1, that should still just change the answer for my first one. So therefore my m must be negative 8 or 0, which is my answer. Great. So I'm done. So make sure you do actually, I thought about it, but I didn't, but make sure you do actually writing the plus and minus here.